So, soulmates. Juicy topic, and just in time for Valentine's Day. I wanted to talk about soulmates because it's been a while. And I have some, I guess you could say, views on this that just don't flow with the norm. Right? The norm being there's a soulmate, you guys were destined to be together, a twin flame, and you're going to complete each other, etc. Well, in the work that I do, in the world I live in flow and speaking with consciousnesses, empathically, in flow, in energy, in quantum energy, what I've seen again and again and again is that we are built on relationships. That's what we are as beings that are evolving. We evolve through relationships. Everything that you experience is basically having to do with someone else or the effects of someone else and what you were able to receive in your life because of that. If you just think about that, it's pretty darn profound. If there was a way to grow, Source would have put us on a planet without any people, and we would do all our growing totally isolated. And I think what we'd discover is that we would eventually find it very difficult. People are what cause us to expand, others. So if you think about that, what if you have had many iterations of yourself? You can put this in whatever philosophical, religious background you want, past lives or heaven, etc. But what if you've had many different experiences of your own life and consciousness? And what if you've developed multiple gorgeous relationships with different beings? It means right now, not only do you have all kinds of people and potential soulmates here in existence, but they're also outside of physical form as well. Do you have just one soulmate, is what I'm getting at. I wonder. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's episode number 625, Flowing for Your Soulmate. Flowdreaming. It's a show where we talk about the power of your mind to change your world around you, to literally affect the fabric of your reality. We talk about this feeling of hope and joy and relief. And that is what being aware of your flow does. It gives you a feeling of power again in your lives. Breathe. I'm Summer McStravick, and welcome to another episode of Flowdreaming. All right, love bugs, here we are looking at soulmates. Fact or fiction? Well, few facts to start with. I myself met my husband when I was in high school. I was 15 years old. We have been together, well, I can't even tell you because then you know how old I am, right? We've been together more than 30 years and have two lovely children. And at the time I met him, I did not think he was my soulmate. He was my high school boyfriend. And yet, something about us just continued to be compatible, continued to be loving, continued to be best friends. Is he my soulmate? Well, I'll tell you what. We have developed a bond in this life that is very deep, and we know each other extraordinarily well. And we admire each other. And I could say so many good things. But the point is he my twin flame? I don't know. Because I also have girlfriends in my life, best friends I've had also for more than 30 years. In fact, I spent some time with just one of them yesterday. We spent 5 hours. I dragged her around shopping, which I never, ever get to do because I'm not a shopper. But she fits my pace. You know what I mean? When you have somebody who's at your speed and you're like, oh, this is so good. This is so fun. And we get each other too. And we adore each other. Doesn't have the romantic qualities that I have with my husband. But these deep relationships, whether if it's with a parent, your mom, my mom and I extremely close, brother, father, all of these relationships occupy these gorgeous zones inside of us. And just because one appears to be romantic, we've all had past romantic relationships that also felt really deep, really filling. And sometimes they haven't lasted, and we think to ourselves, well, that's a shocker. Why? And then in hindsight, we realize, well, we kind of fulfilled what we wanted to do with one another. So returning to this idea of soulmates, what if at any given time, there are multiple people that you could drop into that depth with, that you perhaps have known and re-known through multiple experiences in physical and non-physical. And it's a question of, hey, who wants to do this, earth thing with me this time? Right? Who wants to explore consciousness and love and boundaries and restrictions and growth and happiness and depression and betrayal and love and trust? Who wants to do that this time with me? I personally just adore the thought that there might be a dozen or 24 people that I have formed such deep, long, clear, real intimacies with, physically or non-physically. Some of you have had 4 soulmates in a lifetime. Some of you have had 1. Some of you haven't had any. And maybe you're actually looking to create a brand new one. Right? Let's play with this. Let's not get stuck in old dogma about, I call it, the old school thinking of you've got one soulmate, you meet him or you don't, blah, blah. Let's play. Let's say you've got a dozen. Often, when I'm working with clients, whether they're my private coaching clients or in me school, we'll end up having a conversation along this very line. And I will say, instead of just pining away for that one person who can or can't show up or might be involved with someone else right now or, isn't, why not instead say, look, I bet you there's a half a dozen beings, souls that I would fall for right now, who would fall for me. We would click. And it's really just a race. Who's going to reach me first? Right? Who's going to reach me first? Isn't that like a night and day feeling from the other kind of feeling, which can be a little bit desperate? I've never met my soulmate. I never will. Nobody wants me, or I picked the wrong people, or, they always pick me and I don't want them, or like we got all kinds of stuff going on in our heads, right? Little barriers and beliefs that we put up. What if instead we take in the belief, there's a half a dozen people, whoever gets to me first, you get me. And that means maybe someone's still divorcing, or someone is still traveling the world, not willing to settle down yet, or someone is still in school and not in your part of the country yet. It could mean anything. But let's play with that sense of abundance and bounty, because that's really what I'm speaking into in today's episode. A single soulmate, a single twin flame is not, frankly, my idea of bounty. I told you guys, I'm controversial. I don't toe the line of a lot of personal growth. And a single person, there's a needle in a haystack in this world of billions of people, billions of ages, billions of, possibilities and multiple continents and one. You'd both have to make the decision together to come down at exactly the right time and then have this kind of predestination where you're absolutely going to cross paths no matter what at such and such a time. And I know it's tempting to call it divine timing, but guess what? If that's really the case, then all of the choices you've been able to make in your life to manifest and co-create and build your future based on your own personal decisions means you can't. because you have to follow a script to have that soulmate to come in at the right time when you guys agreed. It's like, what if you said, okay, I'm going to meet you when I'm 25 and we're going to get married and live happily ever after forever and ever and ever. And then when you're 24, you're like, I don't want to go to college in Wyoming. I want to go to college in Nebraska. And boom, you have just changed your destiny. And your soulmate's like, what the heck, man? Wait. You can't do that. Or your soulmate's like, yeah, I'm not going to let you do that. You can't make those choices because we have this thing planned. So that whole potential path for you in your life is completely shut off and cut down. You see, I'm getting right into the nitty-gritty right now of manifesting, which means you have intimate, huge personal power in your life every single moment to decide your destiny. And if that's where you're at, then the destiny of meeting a person at a certain time really goes into confusion. Instead, you go into a world of abundance, which is, I made a lot of decisions. So did all the potential beautiful souls out there that I may or may not have known in the past. But some of us have made decisions over our years that keep tracking us closer together. Right? Especially if we're co-creating it. If my emotional endpoints, if my heart, if my energy, if I'm flow dreaming and I'm saying I am falling in love and I am deeply cared for and this is easy and this feels good, this is deeply supportive, this is everything I need so I can launch other parts of my life. Just knowing that I'm loved and adored and I have someone I feel the same way about is completing a piece for me. And your potential partner is feeling the same way. And they know that you're the exact kind of being that would fulfill them. And you know the exact kind of being that would fulfill you. Can you guys see how you're tracking closer and closer together every single day? No predestination, no destiny required, because you're both choosing it now. And you, best of all, you guys are both aligned. You're at the same level of growth, the same level of experience. You've made it in yourselves. Now that's bounty. That is abundance thinking in your relationships, in your love, in your intimacy, in your romance, and in your partnership life. So, hey, why not play around with this thought? There's multiple people and they're coming my way. And hey, if you're listening to this and you're like, I'm in a relationship somewhere, I really don't need this. You know what? That's great. You could have other people come to you, not necessarily in a romantic sense. Sometimes you do meet people, admit it, in a romantic sense. And you're like, yeah, but I'm with my current and I don't want to mess that up because I really love this person. But if I wasn't, I would be with you. Because it happens. But you can also look at these people who come into your life as best friends, as your pack of supporters, as people who are like tight with you in terms of business and growth, who inspire you and push you. You don't always have to put the romantic cast on it. You have multiples of those too. How crazy is that? Multiple best friends? Are you kidding me? Wait, multiple mentors, multiple peers and people who help me and push me forward? What? This is what I mean about living in an abundant universe. Too often, we shrink down what's available to us because we get caught in these old ways of thinking, which says there's only one. And if you miss the boat, you're screwed. You're not going to get it again. Bye, you're single. You will always be. Just ride it out, honey. You lost the chance. That is a stingy universe. If you believe in a stingy, punitive universe, I don't know why you're listening to this show, frankly. But we get caught in that sometimes. I know. Sometimes I fall into this old thinking. Every time I hear someone say the one, I'm like, that's a stingy universe. The many. Don't get me wrong, right? I'm not a polygamist here. I'm not saying, have 4 husbands or wives at the same time. What I'm saying is expand the availability of connectivity in your life. Grow it in your heart. Expect it, right? If I expect an abundance of intimate relationships, friendships, familyships, partnerships, then what I'm saying to life is there's a lot of people I can connect with. There's a lot of relationships that we can build. There's an abundance of them, abundance of love. And I choose that, and I'm choosing toward that, and I'm walking into that, and I'm expressing that, and expecting that, and I'm flow dreaming for it, and I'm manifesting it every day. So, I mentioned in the beginning, right? This is almost Valentine's Day, but it doesn't really matter when you're listening to this. But if you are in a heightened state in your life of, I just want my lover, I want my partner, I want that person I can snuggle into at night and hug and spoon. Let's play with some abundance thinking. Let's say whoever gets here first, whoever I reach first. And you can instantly feel a shift in you. You become committed. You become eager. You become, like, I'm going to get there, right? You're on it, which is a different feeling, an opposite feeling from the old regular lack thought of, I'm waiting around for someone who never arrives. I'm constantly disappointed. I'll just wait and see, which is passive. And it's a very prove it to me attitude. And you know what? The flow and the universe hates a prove it to me attitude, because what it means is that you're bouncing off skepticism into your life, into your future every day. I'm skeptical. Prove it to me. Right? And how does the universe answer that? She's skeptical. She doesn't really believe it'll happen, yet she wants us to show her it'll happen. I'm confused. What do we give her? How about we just give her nothing, more of the same? Because this is kind of a stalemate here. And that's where a lot of us have been. So let's break that right now. Let's shift. And to help you, I want to spend about 5 minutes going into flow with you. And I want to show you what it feels like to have that gorgeous, open-hearted, abundant expectation. I am loved. I am lovable. And there are so many potential partners who could fulfill me right now, really perfect beings out of the billions that are out there. So look, if you have not flow dreamed before, this is not meditation. It is not hypnosis. I'm going to speak fast. I'm going to have a lot of emotional emphasis in my body, in my being. And if you want to learn how to actually do this really potent manifesting technique, I'm going to tell you right now, go get my Flow Dreaming kit. It's at my website, flowdreaming.com. It's totally free. Honest to God, I could sell this for a couple $100. I don't, because for me, it's like, it's a gift I was given and I give it to you. And I teach you how to do it. You can get the app on your phone and the kit will be there when you open it up for free. Or you can go to my website and you can download it and it's going to teach you. It's based on daydreaming. It's based on emotion and an understanding of what flow energy is. All right? So if you don't have this yet, I just want you to fly along with me, get into the groove of it, and let's feel for a moment how yummy, delicious, attractive, gorgeous, handsome, and available and eager we are for that soulmate. And hey, I know if you're in a partnership and you're like, I don't really want to attract someone new, tell you what, when we go in there, focus the energy on the person you're with. Okay? Just shift it slightly. All right? Just focus on who you're with. Let's get some shiz-bizzle going on in that. Okay, you guys. So let's get ready and go ahead and close your eyes with me. And we will do a little fast dip into flow together. Close your eyes and take a deep, full breath. As you exhale, allow your shoulders to drop. Release your chest and roll your neck, relaxing. Now feel yourself, your body, the space around you, noticing how everything is made of energy, of life rolling forward, the seconds moving by. Time is flowing. There's a stream of energy and you're flowing with it, flowing forward second by second, everything changing, rolling, moving. Life, your life is in constant motion, a motion that's gorgeous, flowing, elegant. You feel yourself as if you are a swimmer doing the breaststroke through the energies of life, light, fluffy. You float, you flow, you glide. You swim, you're carried, you're buoyed. And as you continue to move forward, feeling the energy rush around you, you daydream, you sense that I can see this energy, I can feel it. It's a beautiful light of sparkling colors and iridescence, and it's filled with pinks and purples, blues, greens, golds. It's an energy filled with life, it's filled with love, it's filled with connectivity, it's holding me, it's embracing me as I move into my future, seeing the days and the weeks ahead. They're already en route, they're on their way. And with them come new people, new possibilities, new experiences. With them come all of these things, including someone that you deeply, deeply love. Because why should they be excluded? There's no reason, there's no rationale, there's no punishment. The universe loves you. It adores you. It offers you everything. It's abundant for you. It's showering you with opportunity after opportunity, gift after gift. It has no reason to withhold or pull away. And you say, but yes, but what if there's just one? And the universe says, what if there's many? What if there are 2 or 4 or 8 people right now, other souls, other consciousnesses who are walking towards you, yearning for the same things, who've developed themselves in their lives to match you so closely? What if instead of just one, there are many? There are not just 2 colors in the world, black and white. There are all the colors of the rainbow, and in between and coming toward you are all the colors, all the beings, all the consciousnesses, the warm, gentle, gorgeous spirits who say, I could fall in love with you. And you could fall in love with me. We're in a place of bounty and opportunity, and yet we choose each other because you showed up exactly when I was looking, and you showed up exactly when I was looking. You realize you're both showing up at the exact perfect right time. You say, how did that happen? How did that happen? Well, you got here first. You got here first. Let's do this. Are you ready? I want to share. I want to grow. I want to get intimate and deep. I want to feel passion. I want to be healed. I want to know that I'm adored. I want to know that you support me. I want to relearn trust. All those things you pour in. And your partner says, me too. Me too. With you. Shall we do this? May I have this dance? And you take their hand in yours, and you can feel them. You can feel the heat coming off their body, the energy, their life pumping through their heart, their love. And you realize you're it. I pick you, you pick me, and you're here. And there is no delay. There is no wait longer. There are no more steps to climb or things to get through or past. That is all done. That thinking is done. If I'm ready for love and life, I'm ready for it now. And so are you. And let's do this. Let's be this. Let's be in love. In love. I love you. And you hold this person's energy in your own. You feel them. They're right with you. You are right with them. And you feel the shift in you. Whoever you are, all of you, any of you, whoever is the closest and the ripest and the most ready, you're it. Because every relationship will give me depth, love, knowledge, friendship, joy. I'm ready for the one that's ready for me. And you're here. You're close. You've already arrived. And holding that feeling, you find yourself right now returning from flow and opening your eyes. So that was a quick dip into the experience of flow. But before I let you go, in case you're like, I love that, what was that? Oh my God, give me more. I do want to point you to my website, flowdreaming.com. There are a couple great playlists that I've created, very inexpensive, by the way, downloadable to your phone or your computer. The one you're looking for is called Fall in Love, the Magnetic Attraction playlist. And this is it. I mean, this one gives you that, but expanded into multiple audios, longer audios, over and over, shifting you and really cultivating you into that. In addition, there are other playlists you might enjoy, the Deep Love playlist, Ultimate Self-Love and Self-Worth, so much yummy love stuff there. It's one of my favorites. So go check those out, enjoy them. And I'm wishing you guys all a gorgeous Valentine's Day. And if it's past Valentine's, I'm wishing you a gorgeous weekend or a gorgeous future, where whatever date it may be, filled with love. Let it in and experience it. And until next time, I'll see you all for more Flow Dreaming. Hey friends, let's just take a second to point out a few really awesome resources for you. Every week you hear me do this program as I wax on about some particular aspect of energy or life or growth. But I also have an amazing website that's filled with a decade of information all on the same things, including the Flow Dreaming shop, where you can find all sorts of flow dreams, over 150 of them, that will help you fix up and shape up all different areas of your life. By the way, all the flow dreams can be listened to on your phone or mobile device. You just have to have the app for that. So if you don't have that yet, just open up your app store in whatever kind of device you're on and download Flow Dreaming. You'll find a couple of apps, actually. They're both free. And that will help you get even more deep into the world of flow. And with that, we're back to the program.